Hello, this is Iron Bill back again with another video, and today I'm going to show a little bit of PvP, but also talk about something else that has to do with the Solstice event. And the other day I put out a video that showed that you could complete a lot of your bounties by running Grasp of Avarice Dungeon, the first portion of it, and just killing the Thrall over and over. And after you open up your armor, you actually unlock it. The bounties, especially after you unlock the second level of the bounties, or the armor, meaning like you acquire the armor and then you go to the next step and unlock the next portion, you start getting high stat armor. The fastest way to get high stat armor is to complete bounties as quickly as possible. Now, you can do that in Bonfire, but if you do, it's going to take longer because you have to focus on what you're doing there a lot more. I would still recommend going to Grasp. If you want to get it done as fast as possible, go to Grasp and complete your bounties, because you can just step off the side for a second, pick up a few more bounties. You're not on a timer. It's just a lot easier to get it done. And I was actually able to pull some really nice armor out of that. So that's what I would recommend. Second thing, the Solstice event has a requirement for a triumph where you have to get 10 PvP matches. Now, if you're watching this, you're probably into PvP, so it's not a big deal. But if you're really upset with the matchmaking right now and it's not perfect, or you're just disgusted with playing that portion of the game, you don't have to. Actually, all you have to do is load up a private match and set it for 5 minutes, control, whatever, and just let it run out. And the truth of the matter is, if you're wanting to get this done as fast as possible, that's still the fastest way to do it, because your matches will be no longer than 5 minutes long, and you'll be able to complete that quest in under an hour, or that, not quest, but the triumph will be done in under an hour. So that's actually the fastest way you could possibly do it. I don't know why that works, but it does work, and I should just let you know as a public service announcement. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm playing a little bit different loadout. I had jumped off of the farming in Grasp, and I was set up for Void. I had the Nezrak Sin on for a helmet, which is not optimal for PvP. But I also have a catalyst for this Suros regime. And I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and try to work this out. So I had a little corner here where I was able to control this lane for a little bit. I played my first couple of matches and failed to set up my mods properly. And I paid the price. I paid the price very quickly in that. I didn't have my aimbots on, or not my aimbots, but my aim mods on. I don't have aimbot. All you have to do is watch me play and realize I don't. All right, I should not have re-entered that engagement. Obviously, I was already still weak, and the guy was running a scout, and I'm running Suros, which does not have that kind of range. And I hadn't played Suros in a while, and I really, in a couple of matches, I was trying to push the distance on it a bit, and it's not the play. And it so often happens when I'm doing a catalyst, I wind up trying to make the gun do everything, and it's not the play either. You should just play your game, use the gun when it's smart to use the gun, and then just let nature take its course. You need 300 kills with the Suros regime to get the catalyst, or to complete the catalyst, which is an incredible amount from a guy who struggles to get 15 kills in a match, at times, and they're not all going to be Suros. So you start adding it up. That's a ton of PvP. And if you figure an average of 10 minutes per match at least, it's hours and hours of play, as far as I'm concerned. Now, if I was somebody who could slay out, it probably wouldn't feel so bad. But yeah, this is going to take a while. All right, so I'm trying to play cover a bit. There are two people down the lane there. I'm watching my radar. I'm in my rift. I'm sorry. I had a teammate with me. Somebody just jumped up and over, and I saw it too late. I should have just blinked out of there, but saw it way too late. There was one guy on that team with he had that guy, Lawrence Driver. I was trying to set it up. That guy, Lawrence Driver, was pretty solid. I mean, he knew what he was doing, and Lawrence Driver, if you played enough, you know that for a time there, it was a holy terror in PvP. I mean, you couldn't peek around a corner without getting zapped. And this guy was apparently very old school with that. I mean, he anticipated me a lot better. And plus, I'm a bot. Let's face it. All right, so here we are. I'm trying to play around teammates as much as I can. I'm watching my radar. We clearly got somebody around that wall. I've got the sidearm out like I should because it's going to be close range. They're starting to pack in around the side here. Uh, we are controlling only one zone at the moment. This guy flips his super, walk right into it. And that's unfortunate. This is the time of the match where the supers start happening and you just realize you're just going to bump into one after another after another. Yeah, and there we go. Basically, that Titan just hopped right through everything I threw at him and barely took any damage. It's always a pleasure. We are losing at the moment. We started off pretty strong, and we lost the lead. They got zone control, and or not zone control, but they had 2 control points, which meant that even if we're trading kills, we're losing, and it eventually took its toll. We've brought it back a little bit. They're trying to take B. I'm trying to put pressure on it so that they can't just get it, but I'm also mindful that there are supers up, and I'm not real solid with this gun either. So I'm best because you can't really peek shoot that well with an auto rifle. You got to catch somebody doing something like that, and I played that a little sloppy, but I got it and kept him off of it. Now there's somebody else on it. Let's see if we can put our Nova on it. Let's see how effective that was. I was just waiting for that moment. And I knew because the capture was happening so fast, were multiple people there. And I got 3 with the super. So speaking as a Warlock who runs Void a lot, if you can get 3 kills off a Nova Bomb, you're probably doing pretty well. People are usually a little bit more wise to it than that. All right, so that helps swing it a little bit for us. We've got a little bit of momentum now, and I probably should be more engaged, but I've been dying so quickly when I push up that I'm a little reticent to do it. And I'm going to have to play the Suros a lot more so that I'm a little more comfortable actually engaging. And there's just a lot of waiting here. Okay, I knew they would come down the line sooner or later. I knew they would. So we're maintaining about a 10-point lead right now. I'm starting to look at the map. And they are making a push. I'm going to have to get out of there or I'm going to be toast. Come take a different angle. I just tossed my grenade. I've got melee. And that was enough to get him off of me. And he managed to escape. Which is unfortunate. And Lorentz driver gets me again. He just stepped around the corner and popped me. Now, I don't think that anyone uses aimbots or anything like that. He knew that there was fire coming from the side. I don't mean to accuse anybody of anything. So, he obviously just a good player. If this were PC, you'd be more apt to ask a question, is a person using an aimbot? But on console, I don't think too much about that. All right, so I heard it thrown. Got to get out of there so the projectiles don't get me. And then re-engage after they've dissipated. They've got 2 zones. I'm going to just set up back here because I think they're going to try to triple cap to make a push. And I'm just waiting for that push to happen. And a lot of the way I'm playing right now is a reaction to just getting thumped so mercilessly over the last month every time I would play. And it's going to take a while to get the confidence back to actually push. I'm not going to lie. It was very humbling to have to play against that high level of talent, and it just makes me realize I'm not a good player. So yeah, just being real. So pushing in a little bit more, and then just kind of watching the map, watching where my players are. I see on the radar we got at least 2 people around the corner here, and my buddy just died there, so there's invisible right there. Force him back out and get him. Made him think twice. Now, Lorentz driver is going to be in here. I mean, you just know he's playing around B and just shooting down the lanes. All right, so here we are. We're 36 seconds to go, and I'm thinking, all right, we've got an 8-point, now 6-point lead. I'm not just going to go up there and throw this away. I'm going to actually just wait here for people to push in. Oh, and I think my team was thinking the same thing. We've got this. There's no reason in the last 20 seconds to feed him, but we've got the guy over there on the outside alone. And let's just see how long. And Mr. Lawrence steps in there and taps me. All right, so now it's down to a 4-point game. And I'm thinking, did I just throw that away for us? And I just crouched down here because I'm thinking, nope, we got it. So here it is. Now, now to avoid the last second death. And we do. So there we go. All right, so how do we do? And I played very cautiously and with a weapon I'm not very familiar with. Oh, and we had somebody leave. That was the other thing. We had somebody leave about 5 minutes to go into the from the end of the match. So, I wound up with 17 defeats and 2.43. Yeah, played super cautiously. Obviously, the guy on the top of our lobby, carried us, and I appreciate that. But right now, I need to build confidence back up more than anything, and so that's the way I'm going to play. And also, I'm going to work towards that catalyst as well. So I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and I want to thank you for watching. This is Iron Bill signing out.